Hey YouTube, thank you for watching Junkworks DIY Garage. Well, time to do some update videos, and since I'm about ready to do something on this, I figured I'd go ahead and do a little video on this. As you can see, the back end's kind of full of some scrap metal. I started kind of cleaning some of that out, but I had to move it so that a tree worker could get back where I don't want them dropping a tree on my truck. So it's back out here, and I figured while it's out here, I'm going to go ahead and do some diagnostics on it. Which brings me to my #1 problem that I have with this rig. That is, every now and then it quits starting. Now, I went a lot of years, in one of my more popular videos, I had a zip tie holding this down. Well, jammed in here, and quite honestly, it's still in there. But I started having some more starting problems, and I took this off. And I've told this story before, but since I'm doing a truck video, we'll go there. But I took this off, started wiggling on this because my wife drove it to work, and it quit on her at work. When she went to come home, it wouldn't start, and her car was broke down. So anyways, beside the point. So I went there, pulled all this stuff off, wiggled these wires, and it started right up. So I believe the problem in here is getting worse, that either these wires in here need to be resoldered or reconnected somehow, or the unit is going bad. But I actually did, and I didn't do a video on it, but I replaced the whole wiring, this whole wiring thing here, with another one, and that didn't fix the problem. So I do think it's something either in the key mechanism here down inside of this, or the wires. And because I just have to wiggle them a little bit and it starts, I think it is something to do with the wiring. I think the wiring is just going kaput. So some point we're going to try and figure out a way around that. I know I've had several comments on ways around it, but I don't want to jerry rig things. I want things to work, so I need to kind of do my research. So that'll be down the line. As of for now, I have this off, and I wiggle the wires. If it won't start, starts right up. I haven't had a problem yet, but keep doing that and we will. Next thing is, well, might as well go on to the next thing, is the front end. A whole bunch of front end stuff. The brakes need done. The steering wheel is pretty sloppy before it actually connects with the tires to turn. If you hit a big enough pothole or something like that, the whole thing wants to kind of move around. So I know that I need some probably ball joints, maybe some steering stuff. There's all kinds of stuff down there, and I'm going to look at it all and see. So there'll be a video coming up on that, hopefully fairly soon. I actually bought some parts for it already. The next thing is that right there, which service engine soon light, which I know I just have my key on, but oh, there you go. This might be a perfect time to start doing. I'm not sure exactly where I was, because I went to start it and it was having my starting problem that I know a lot of people have. So I went ahead and made a video on that, and it has to do with this stuff here. So go watch that video now. It will probably be up before this video. So regardless, my next problem is, if it'll start this time, I think I wiggled it enough. Right there, service engine soon light, which sometimes comes on when you turn your key on. But when you start your truck and run it, it should go off. And mine is on. So that is the other problem I'm having. It seems to go on and go off and go on and go off, depending on how much I drive. But I think I got probably another O2 sensor. Who knows? I probably won't do another O2 sensor video. I think I have a couple out there already on this particular truck. But they usually, once one goes bad, they start not too far behind. The rest of them start going bad. So it probably is one of those things, you should do them all at the same time, but at, you know, whatever they are per stupid sensor, one at a time is all I'm going to do. So I'm going to put some diagnostics on it. I'm not going to film that. This is more just an update on the truck, and now I have a good video of what that is right there if you're having that problem, because I've had several starting issues with this truck, and someday I'm going to have to do a video on all of them, and it'll be a long video. So Also, beyond all those things that I have going on right now, the crank sensor, I did a video on replacing that. That crank sensor did die fairly quickly after, and I had to put another one in, and I have other videos chasing that problem. Admittedly, I was a parts replacer, not a diagnoser. I tried diagnosing it, assuming that that crank positioner was good, and so I started kind of following the parts that go behind that, and it turned out that crank sensor had gone bad. So keep eye out for videos for, I did the coil, and I don't know, the coil, another little thing on the back of the coil, a bunch of stuff like that. Unfortunately, a lot of that video you can't see it, so I ended up paring that video down into kind of a smaller version of how to and looking at stuff on a bench. But regardless, definitely some information if you own this type of truck and are having starting issues or those right kind now of things. As long as I can keep wiggling these wires and it starts up, I don't need it to do a whole lot else right now. I'm not using it a lot, but I would like to go camping sometime here pretty soon, so we'll see. Anywho, gonna check my engine light out, and depending on what that is, if it's an O2 sensor, I probably won't do a video on. If it's something else, then maybe you'll see it. The truck's moved, but I decided I should probably throw this in here. If you have any other questions or anything you wonder about this truck and you want to see more videos on all kinds of things I fixed and repaired on this truck, go check out my playlist. It's for the 98 GMC/Chevy, I believe is the playlist. But regardless, go check out my playlist. It's got all my different things that I have done throughout the YouTube, and I've got, I don't know, 7 or 8 years worth of videos going on. So go check out all my videos, and particularly if you're enjoying this one or want to know more about this truck. And yes, it is dirty, I know that. But if you want to know more about this truck, go check out the playlist on it. Alright, thanks for watching Junk Works DIY Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.